Rona is falling into the abyss. Elbaf's children are about to be executed, and the ancient owl library might burn to ashes. And yet, Skipper Gaban refuses to back down. Why? Because the same man who once butchered mothers and children at God Valley is back. One Piece 1149 Will unleashes the darkest side of the Holy Knights, revealing a twisted philosophy about love, pain, and absolute control. But deep in the shadows, a forgotten prince is about to rise. This changes everything. Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where the final saga of One Piece hits different. If you're ready for real spoilers, raw theories, and hype that slaps harder than Conqueror's Haki, you're in the right place. Break week is finally over, and you know what that means. The latest chapter of One Piece, Chapter 1149, is just around the corner. According to leaker Pewpiece, One Piece will be on the cover of the upcoming weekly Shonen Jump, and Chapter 1149 will also get a full-color spread. Yup, let's dive into the wild stuff we're about to witness in One Piece. Chapter 1149. At the end of the previous chapter, Skipper Gaban was visibly furious. But what exactly triggered that rage? It turns out the person he's facing is none other than Summers, the same Holy Knight he fought during the legendary God Valley incident. And judging by the shock and fear on Summers' face, it's crystal clear that these two had an intense showdown in the past. A short flashback to God Valley might be coming in One Piece 1149, focusing on that brutal clash between Skipper Gaban and Saint Summers. These two don't just fight, they clash over opposing philosophies about love itself. And that's exactly what brought them face to face back in God Valley. Summers' twisted belief is that love equals suffering. The greater the pain, the deeper the love. So during the God Valley incident, Summers was out there slaughtering mothers and children because he believed that was the ultimate form of pain. Sick logic, right? Naturally, Gaban, the missionary of love, was absolutely livid at Summers' actions. And now he's repeating the same cruelty in Elbaf. But this time, it's personal. It involves children and his wife's emotions. That's why Gaban is in full berserker mode. And based on their clash, there's no question Gaban is way stronger. In speed, attack power, and haki. He's clearly on another level. Summers? His only trick is regeneration. But Gaban found a way to nullify that too. Still, Summers has one last card up his sleeve. 10 kidnapped giant children, hostages, he can use to turn the fight in his favor. At any moment, Summers could drop Rona to stop Gaban from attacking. But Gaban's not bluffing. He doesn't flinch at Summers' threats. He tells Gunko to go ahead and drop Rona. And just like that, Rona falls into the underworld. Her scream echoes across Elbaf. Summers quickly spins it, telling the giants, this is Gaban's fault. He refused to stop fighting, he warns. If Gaban keeps attacking and the giants still refuse to burn down the school and library, the second child will be next. Gaban, still fuming, says nothing. His axes fall to the ground. Meanwhile, Ange begins burning down the Walrus School. And this marks the next ticking time bomb. If the fire reaches the Owl Library, it'll destroy every book from Ohara and the entire recorded history of the Elbaf giants. Cut to Rona in freefall. Remember what she said? I'm always lucky. And she proves it again. Sanji's pervy radar somehow senses her falling toward the underworld. Classic Sanji moment. The spot where Rona lands happens to be aligned with where Loki is chained up. According to the mini-map Gunko showed earlier, the kids were taken to Branch 8, located near the western Elbaf village. That means Sanji should be able to rescue Rona easily. He's not far from Luffy's group, and with Rona safe, the Straw Hats will finally learn what's going on in Elbaf's Sunworld, the child abductions, and the Holy Knight's plan to enslave the Elbaf giants for war. Even worse, the Holy Knights also want to burn down the school and library, rising Elbaf's culture and history. This info is critical for the Straw Hats, because where Loki's being held, there's no broadcasting Den Mushi. That's why Luffy hasn't responded or shown up to stop the Holy Knights. Now it all makes sense. Soon, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji will head back up to the Sun World to fight the Holy Knights. And if the only way to shut down the Knights' regeneration is with the highest level of advanced Conqueror's Haki, then that means only Luffy, Zoro, and Scupper Gaban can take them down. But wait, there's more. Loki might be able to beat the Holy Knights too, because he also possesses Conqueror's Haki. How do we know? Back when he was a kid, he conquered every beast in the underworld, all by himself. Savage. Loki's role in this war could be huge. He might be the one to protect Elbaf from becoming the world government's puppet nation. His arc is shaping up to mirror Frankie's role in Water 7, once seen as a troublemaker, but ultimately becoming his city's hero. Same with Loki. Everyone in Elbaf hates his guts. He's even accused of killing King Harold. But no one knows the full truth. Summer's words suggest there's a shady connection between King Harold, the world government, and the Holy Knights. Loki knows the rotten secret his father kept hidden, and that truth will flip the whole narrative. Loki will become Elbaf's true hero, the one who drives the Holy Knights out. After Rona spills the truth about the Knights' crimes, Loki will be furious, and that's when he'll beg Luffy and Hadruden to free him. A temporary alliance between Luffy and Loki is about to be born. And Loki? Yeah, don't sleep on him. Even Gaban acknowledges Loki's strength. Loki's enemy will likely be Gunko, the knight who roughed him up earlier. But don't be surprised if more Holy Knights show up. In Elbaf, this mission is that important. If the Holy Knights lose here, it means the Giants will officially side with Yonkou Straw Hat Luffy. And let's not forget, the one who gains the Giants. Support will have a major edge in the final war. That's just over the horizon. A child falls, a library burns, and a war is brewing under Elbaf's golden sun. With Gaban, Luffy, and even Loki rising to fight the Holy Knights. This battle could shake the world. And once the truth about King Harold comes out, Elbaf will never be the same. If that sent chills down your spine, drop a like and smash that subscribe button like you're swinging Gaban's axe. Stay tuned, because next chapter, everything escalates, only here on Super Synth D Studio.